Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team to just score, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. They run with Travis Homer, the rookie from Miami. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. They'll run this with Homer. And an alley to run. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Going on the ground with Homer. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. This is Homer. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The former first-round pick Shane Ray in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Shane Ray. interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
2nd and 13. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Gore. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Carlos Dunlap has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. You know, a week ago was one of the best defensive performances I've ever seen. He had 5 sacks. Here we go again.
And he's the type of player that'll keep an offensive staff up all week trying to figure out how to slow him down. But at some point, they just have to take account of themselves and say, I've got to get bodies in front of him so he doesn't disrupt our offense totally.
Here we go. Hey, Foxtrot. 18 Gator.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Get it.
Here's 2nd and 8. Green brings it in. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
I got 83. I got 83.
First down, Bridgewater. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on second and long. Bridgewater. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. First and 10 right at the 20. Bridgewater now. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Shane Ray. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a handoff looking right. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Bridgewater. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Now a former Buckeye back home. It's Carlos Hyde. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Double dog. That's the way.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Switch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Lambeau will put this one through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
At their own 40-yard line.
Come on,
The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Homer. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, Bridgewater. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates, the 30. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And Eifert has it. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyler Eifert. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jags are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Protein spill. He can't hang. 5.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The toss play to Mixon. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, Charlie. Step.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Green. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready up. Topper.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Bridgewater. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play he did, so you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
This is taken at about the 14. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Got it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Coming to you. Come on. Back to
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Bridgewater. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing is Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Running for it. Here's Hyde. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back.
36 to Mike. I got one. Mike,
35.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Space to maneuver at the 40. 23 yards on the play.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Again, it's Mixon. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, some credit there to A.J. Green because he's so tough to cover. Sometimes he causes those penalties.
And he's one of the more difficult guys to cover in the NFL because of his ability to do just about anything on a route. Hard to do.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they